Hello, my noble band of outlaws, Outlaw Samurai, coming at you live with a video. Well, if you can tell from the package behind me, I bought a new sword. I might make this like a yearly thing where I buy one sword a year, but first sword of 2021. And to open a sword, you gotta use one. This is my second attempt at making this video because the first time the battery died, but I did not remove the sword from the box or anything else. I just broke the seal. So it is still an unboxing video. Now, I bought this sword off of TrueSwords.com. Original going price was $86. I bought it on a 23% off sale, and I got it for $64 something. But it was back into the 80s with the shipping, which was $13.99, at least where I live. I don't know where the shipping would be for you guys out there, but that's what I got. This is the Demon Hunter model. No, not the Demon Hunter. The Zombie Slayer sword model. And of course it comes in a box, within a box. There's something down there in the bottom of this one. Oh, this is they send you to return or exchange merchandise form. So in case this thing's busted or broken, I can return it. So gotta keep that. Now if I unsheath this thing and there's a few scratches on the blade, I'm not gonna really care because I'm gonna be putting this thing through cutting practice anyways. But let's see what we have here. Cut the tape. And this has a warning on it that says this product contains chemicals known to the state of California causes cancer. What doesn't California say causes cancer? Honestly. Comes in a pretty standard black sword bag with some styrofoam nubbin dealies. I believe this is a 1045 blade. I know the spec said it's 28 inches. It looks like Mishone's katana from The Walking Dead, honestly. But with a noticeable difference, which if you're a Walking Dead fan, you're going to see instantly when I unwrap this. Oh, that's just lovely. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, this is a straight up replica. Oh, damn. They've got the Triquetra Kashira. It's on really freaking tight. Oh, there's a little wiggle, but I might have just caused that. Got a Triquetra symbol, like on Mishone's in The Walking Dead. Now, in the photos on the True Sword website, this did not come with the Triquetra guard like they have on the show. It had the Dorama wheel, which, in my opinion, would have made more sense because the Triquetra, it's a difficult word to say. The Triquetra is traditionally a symbol of unity of the power of three, aka a charmed one reference for all you out there who watch Charm. It only has a little bit of side wiggle down here in the bottom, which is not that bad. It has the white fox leather, fake leather on top. The whole sheath is wrapped in one big piece of leather, and the stitching isn't too bad, as far as I can tell. I'm not an expert on leather stitching, so if any of you out there know if this is good or not, let me know in the comments. But damn. But as I was saying, I thought the Dorama wheel would have been a better idea for the guard. simply because of the fact that the drama wheel has to do with the reincarnation of life, and zombies being reanimated corpses makes sense. But here's the Kisaki, not the Kisaki, my mind's a little fritz. But here's the Kashira. Again, simple drama wheel pattern, simple quadretra pattern, quadretra pattern. I cannot say that today for some reason. Sorry about that. The knot looks good. It's got some form of a manuki. I think the manuki or some sort of flower or god, or some sort of dragon god or something. I cannot tell. This wrapping and the diamonds are just too small to tell. It has 2 Makugi pin, and this white fox leather is just so beautiful. I'm pretty sure the Samagawa underneath is fake, or just very tiny nodules. It's got another triquetra, got it that time, triquetra Fuchira, and the Suba, which is thick, damn thick, also has the triquetra on it. It's got the loops and the belt buckle. Nothing too special here, just simple leather. Same. Now in the pictures online it had a Samagawa panel under here, and this is just leather. But I'm not complaining. It was an $80 replica, so yeah. As long as it performs the function of why I bought it, who cares really? And now, the moment we all been waiting for, I'll put the message in the description. Skip to 7 minutes 30 seconds. So, the blade. Oh, this thing. It feels so nice in my hand. The Kojiri is plastic or some sort of metal, I don't know. It feels plastic, it's plastic. But the blade, oh, I'm gonna pause the video and be right back. Had to go get something to wipe the blade off with. Oh, that's so nice. And I had been looking for a blade without a bohie for so long that I could afford. The habaki is just a simple, generic brass habaki. So the seppa. But the blade is what got me to buy this thing. This is a non-geometric yokote, because I can feel how flat it is with my finger. But I like that it, even though it's not a geometric, I like that they at least put a yokote on there for the aesthetics. The bevel goes all the way to the tip, at least the mune, the spine bevel, with it favoring the left side just a little. Now, I didn't look at the poundage stats on this thing, but it does feel very solid. There's no wiggle in this blade at all. Oh, I can't wait to go out and test this thing. But I can't right now for 2 reasons. 1, it's raining, and 2, I have driver's ed in a little while. But I wanted to make this video, and it's just such a lovely blade to me. 1045 steel, and it is sharp. That's a very good sign. Not fingernail sharp, so it doesn't bite on contact, but it's still sharp enough for what I'm going to do with it. The ledges on the Suba, if I butt my hand all the way up against it, it does bite into me, but what am I going to do? I can't really complain on an $8 sword that hits all my other marks, which is it's solid, it's functional, and it just looks awesome. And the blade, as far as I can tell, is perfectly straight, right out of the box. This just feels so good to swing. Like I want to say that I'm feeling the most of the weight is back here. That's what I want to feel. That's what I want to say where the weight is, back here. So I don't really think this is very tip heavy. And it's not. I mean, the balance point is pretty much where you'd expect, at least in my opinion. But I love this Shinogi Zakuri geometry that this thing has. But the thing with me is, when I use my swords, I expect them to be put through the ringer a little bit. And don't get me wrong, I like my Orchid katana, which is honestly not much shorter than this. This is actually slightly longer. I love my Orchid katana, I love my Crane katana, and I love Sabertooth. But if I had to say a personal preference, I love solid blades more. The ones without the bogey just feel better in my hand. The Fushira has a bit of wiggle, I just figured that out, but once I go to disassemble this thing, a couple of dabs of super glue and that'll fix it. So a wiggly Fushira is not all that de-alluring to me. I'm not like a lot of picky swordsmen out there. Okay, I expect my swords to come with some form of flaw, some form of defect that later on down the road I'll have to touch up, especially at the price point of the ability that I am able to buy them as of right now. I'm only able to buy really sub-$100 swords. So I expect these things to come with some default, some defect that I have to fix later on. So I don't really care. Now if I had bought a $500 sword, if this thing was $500, I'd expect it to be about half the length, half the total length longer. So maybe about an extra, 6 inches of blade and another 4 or 5 inches of suka. But yeah, I expect to have to fix some things on this sword. And I'm just loving this solid blade. Like, I love the Orchid katana. It holds an edge good, and honestly, I think it was mislabeled as 1045, and it's maybe actually 1060. I don't know. But I just love the feel of this thing, the solid blade in my hand, and the fact that there is no wiggle in the Nakago. That was one of the things I had to fix with the Crane katana. The Nakago wiggled in the suka. But that's enough with the blade. Now we'll get on to the saya. I do know one of the specs is that is supposed to be a 28-inch blade. I don't know if they measured from the Nagasa or from the bottom of the habaki. I'll have to check that later. But I am loving the strap harness system on this blade. And with how it's set up, it might actually help me later on down the road when I'm trying to mount a bigger sword. Because I am going to attempt to get a forge up and going sometime, either this year or minimum next year. And I am going to forge my own tachi. So, having this thing around will let me get a rough idea, rough estimate of how to do the hips, how to do the fittings on this thing. But let's see how well this thing fits on me, shall we? And in the Walking Dead series, Michonne, she's known to wear the katana, her sword, very loosely on her back. And that is most likely due to the fact that her blade is much bigger than the one that came to me. But if you watch my drawing a sword from the back video, then you'll see that drawing the sword, as long as you have a loose saya, as long as you can move the saya around, it's not that difficult. But, in any case, this has just been my review over the True Swords Zombie Slayer Katana. One last quick overview of the sword. But yeah, I cannot wait to swing this thing around. Oh, ho, 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 ho. And I'm loving the leather grip too. So, until next time, I know Band of Outlaws, Outlaw Samurai tells all y'all, be crazy rednecks, be safe in using your weapons, and let's go slay some zombies. I'm out, peace, and before I go, Michonne, my waifu from Walking Dead, hands down. All y'all who watch anime know what I'm talking about. I'm out, peace.